Hi guys, it's Angela here from Ellicate Designs, and I'm here to share with you guys my latest journal, which is my June design team project for Tsunami Rose Designs. For this month, we were given her Hummingbirds designs to work with, and so this is what I came up with. It's very colorful, very summery, and yeah, so it's a hardcover book that I gutted and then I covered it in this beautiful canvas fabric, and I added metal book corners to all the corners, and the closure is this vintage brown seam binding. The seam binding and book corners came in a rack that I received. It was an anonymous rack. So to the person from Salt Lake City that sent that yummy box of goodies to me, thank you very much. I am working on using some of those. So it's a 6x9 and it has a 2-inch spine. There's 3 signatures and over 110 pages. The book was too thick to do my normal eyelets and ribbon closure, so the seam binding just wraps around it a bunch of times here, and it's just tied onto one of the signatures. So if you don't like that, you can remove it. That is entirely up to you. Yeah, so let's go in. The cover pages are cardstock from Die Cuts with the View Mariposa stack. I really liked the color of it, and there's some kind of like birds and flowers on there, and butterflies. So when I make a book, I start with the guts first. I do all of my pages and embellishing and all of that first to see how big it's going to be before I make the cover. I make the covers last because my journals always grow. They always end up bigger than I anticipate or intend, so that's why I do the covers last, to make sure they're gonna fit. So Daisy's designs, she has the pages available in like lines and plain, and then we also got some of the telegrams and envelopes to work with as well. So you'll see all of that through this journal. I included some other bits and pieces from some of her other kits, like some of the flower envelope kits, and I have a piece or two from the New Beginnings journal kits in here as well. So this first page, when I was printing it, I didn't pay attention when I put the paper in, so I actually got a double print. This is 2 different hummingbird designs on one page, but it worked out. They didn't overlap other than some of like the greenery, and I thought it was absolutely gorgeous, so I decided to start the journal with this book, with this page. And this is one of those telegrams. Up here I've got a little bulb pin with a little leaf, a tag, some fibers, and this is a little hummingbird charm that I also received in that rack. So thank you again. There is tons of sewing and fabric and textiles, and I mean just lace. Look at this. Some of the paper clips I just topped with some coordinating fabric that I've used throughout the journal. It is a chunky one, and it will relax with use. It's just everything is in there very, very tightly right now. This page has a fold out for additional journaling, and it's also a pocket. This is from the New Beginnings journal kit, and these are actual full page. You get 2 on an 8.5 by 11, and I just shrunk them down for journaling cards here. Got a belly band with layered fabrics and some pink cheesecloth, feathers. This is one of her envelopes with matching journal cards in there. Another pocket. This is one of the Hummingbird envelopes in journal cards. I played around with printing them on cream cardstock. This is just regular 24-pound copy paper. I did it on white cardstock. I did it on, I think it was either 28 or 32-pound copy paper, and then I did some coffee dyeing, and you'll see that later on. This pocket just has some layered teal cheesecloth and some fabrics. I did do stamping throughout the journal. I recently acquired a couple of stamp sets when I went thrifting with my husband, and this is one of them. This is the stamps that are throughout the journal that you'll see. I have 3 of my big chunky fat flower paper clips, 1 in each signature, and they're holding in these papers. These are the ones that I printed out and then I coffee dyed. I used a spray bottle and sprayed the coffee around the images, and so there was some bleeding and you kind of get this watercolor effect, and it's actually really pretty. And then I just did some stamping there too, so it's just extra journaling. And throughout the journal I've also done some stickers. These are just gold stickers that I got from Hobby Lobby. They're gold feathers. And in each of the signatures I made my own kind of glassine bags out of deli paper that I coffee dyed, and I decoupaged napkins on. And if you want to know how to decoupage napkins, the best way I found, Sagita actually has a video on her technique. Absolutely love it. Love, love, love it. So there's a few of those in here. This is a little tuck spot here and some sari silk that's been sewn onto this envelope. It's an envelope that I ran through an embossing folder, and it has like these cherry blossoms, I guess you could call them, design on them. And inside the envelope is one of the Hummingbirds postcards. So I've got a couple of these in here as well, and they've just been sewn on, so they have that tuck spot, pocket, and you can still journal there. In the center of the signatures are just this large envelopes here. Lots and lots of sewing. All of the sewing tails have been left on, so to the person that bought this, if you don't like the sewing tails, you can cut them off. That is entirely up to you. The other side of that bag, and another postcard, another journaling card, another sticker. So there's lots of space to actually journal and write in this book. Lots of layering with fabrics and cheesecloth, and I did do quite a bit of feathers throughout as well, because hummingbirds, birds, feathers, you know. This here is actually some vintage lace that I picked up at an antique mall recently. Another pocket, and it's also a fold out for additional journaling. And this book is very tight. It will loosen though with use. This here was a die cut. I think it was K & Company, but don't quote me on that. I'm trying to go through and use up some of my stash because I have a crazy amount of stuff that I've just been hoarding, and so it's time to start using it. And I just painted it with some gold paint and added it to this page. And a lot of the papers, the pattern papers, I think are also K & Company. I might have a few others in there, or maybe I just use the K & Company ones. Anyways, this is another bag with the decoupage napkin on. And this is some vintage trim that's been sewn on. And then fabric layers, cheesecloth on this side here. And this is a little bulb pin and a little pearl bead. And the little tag says, "Life is full of wonderful moments." I had a pack of die cuts, and I think it was Calico, Studio Calico, maybe. Excuse me. There's a couple of them in here, again, trying to use up some of my stash. And another telegram. Another large flower paper clip, holding in some more of the, we'll say, watercolored papers, and I've just cut them and folded them and did some stamping and stuck them in here for extra journaling. Another pocket, and also is a fold out for more journaling. Make sure I'm still in frame. Another belly band and another envelope and journal card. And this is one of those Tim Holtz pins I got in the same rack, and this one says thoughts on it. Some more feathers and layering. Another large envelope. And another pocket. This is a little tuck spot, and this came from that same die cut pack, I believe. And this also is a fold out. Another journaling card here, as well as on this side. So there's a lot of removable elements to this journal that can be taken out, so it's not quite so chunky, and then just added in as you want or see fit or not. Some chiffon ruffles here, and some more fabric collage here, and another bulb pin with some beads and a tag that says, "Be thankful for the small things in life." Strings everywhere. This is another envelope and journaling card set. The other side of the bag, and it has one of the telegrams in it. I gotta fly through the rest of this. I'm running out of time, guys. I use one of the postcards. I printed multiples on some of them. I was playing with printing them on white cardstock versus cream cardstock. Anyways, I used one of them to make a pocket. It just has some fabric here and some feathers. And another bulb pin holding a vintage button and a tag that says, "Be brave, take risks, nothing can substitute experience." And then she also has these things to do in the Hummingbird designs. And again, they're larger pages that I just shrunk down. Another pocket, another envelope set, and a postcard. This just has some fabric, some cheesecloth, and these are gold. I don't know if you can call them die cuts. They're Martha Stewart. They came in a big pack. They had feathers and butterflies, and I was adding kind of hints of gold throughout this whole journal initially, so I put those in. Alrighty, continuing on. Another one of her journaling cards here. And a telegram, some more stamping. This is another one of those envelope tuck spots with the sari silk. And I just kind of embellished this side here. It kind of has, the embossing folder I used was like a rose motif. And it has another postcard inside. And these envelopes they're probably considered actual vintage envelopes. My mom had 2 tubs of old greeting cards, like birthday cards and anniversary cards, and their envelopes from like the 80s that she had acquired from somebody. And they're all like blank cards, like they haven't been used. It's just this person had bought tons and tons of cards and kept a stash of them, I guess. Anyway, so my mom gifted them to me, so I coffee dyed some of the envelopes, and some of the cards I'll be, cutting up for journaling cards or using images from them and whatnot. So anyhow, another one of the bags that I made with the decoupaging. Some more lace. I love this big feather. Another large envelope. Another pocket. Also fold out. The other side of that bag, and it has another telegram in it. Another of the last of the large flower clips, and more of the watercolor pages. Chunky book. Another sticker. And we have pockets and fold outs. Some of these fold outs, because the book's so tight, you kind of have to move the page to fold it and unfold it. Another envelope and another things to do list. Some more layering. Another belly band and envelope. And that is the end. So thank you for sitting through this and dealing with my craziness, because I haven't had enough coffee yet this morning. But to the woman that already pre-purchased this, thank you, and I will be packaging up and shipping it to you by tomorrow. And thank you again all for all of your support and comments. I really appreciate it. So thanks, guys. Bye.